Hi Tech and Talk. So today's topic is method overloading. So what is method overloading? First we'll discuss that one and why it's useful. It's very important when we learn new thing, that why and what is the need of this concept. So what is method overloading, and the second point is why is that useful, and the third point is how we will implement it, right? So first of all, what is method overloading? When we have more than one method in a class with same name, right? This is the first condition, more than one methods with same name. Okay, let's see what is mean by that. So let's say we have a class here, public class, and the name of class is file system, right? And we have said that more than one methods with same name. So let's say we have one method, public void create, and this, and let's say we have another method, public void and create string file name, right? Now we have two methods with same name, and those can be any number of methods, right? So whenever there are more than one methods in a class with the same name, this concept is called method overloading, right? So it could also have different return types. Let's say we have another uh, overload method with same name, but it has a different return type as well, like this, and different number of parameters as well. In priority, right? So we can have the as many methods as possible. Return string dot empty, right? So in our file system class, we have three overload methods of same name, which is create, right? So that is the first thing, what is overload method, and this last thing, third thing, how we implement it. The main thing is this one, the middle one, why is that useful, right? So whenever we have more than one options to perform an operation, what it mean by that? Like in this class example, in file system, we can create a file without name, we can create a file with file name, we can create a file with file name and priority, and even we can create a file with file name, priority, and permission, right? So when we have more than one ways to perform an operation, then we, instead of putting everything in a single method, we create separate method for each set of options, right? That is the first thing. The second thing is related to how easy for user, the end user, to use it, right? Some users, some programmers want to create files, want to create an object without any parameter, and they want to specify the properties afterwards. Some programmers want the file name only. Even some programmers want to provide file name or you know directory as well, right? So the two options we have discussed till yet, right? First one is when there are more than one ways to perform an operation. The second one thing is related to the end user, the developer who is using that library. So many, developers groups have many preferences. Someone wants to create a file with file name, with permissions, or any of their preferences, or their required best practices. But yeah, definitely it depends on the developers as well. So these are the main 3 points regarding method overloading. We can have more than one method with same name, but it has different parameters, right? It should have different parameter. It doesn't depend on the return type. Like we can have two, we can have, let's say, the same method like this with different return type. Let's see if it depends on return type as well. Return string dot empty, right? We can see that it doesn't depend on return type. It depends on the number of and the types of parameters, right? So that should be different. As soon as we make that different, so the error is gone, right? So while calling, what we will be doing, file system fs is equal to new file system, and now fs dot create will have 5 overload methods. We can see that, right? So there are different couple of different options to perform a same action, same operation. And if we compare this one with the .NET C Sharp's own file class, you can see file dot create itself has 3 different overloads for create, right? First one is taking the file path, second one is taking the file path and buffer size, third one is taking the file options as well, right? So there, these are the 3 different ways to create or perform an action, to create a file which is an action in this example. And yeah, so these are the main 3 points, and these are the main reasons to create different overload methods. So hopefully you got the idea now, and that is the main concept of creating overload methods. Hopefully you have enjoyed and the concepts are clear now. uh, we'll discuss a new topic in next video. If in case of any queries, do ask in the comments. Till then, bye bye.